be speaking at the Dynamic Wealth Conference. Welcome. Good to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me, Leanne.
It's an absolute pleasure. Now, the program intended to help people overcome the most common mindset hurdles standing in the way of their business success. How will you help achieving? What do you advise?
Well, we're going to give, most people have a gap with where they are and where they want to be. So most people not happy with their jobs, not happy with their financial position, and just want to get to their next level. What we're going to do at the Dynamic Wealth is really close the gap where people are and where they want to be by sharing some business strategies, investment strategies, and personal development strategies. Because the key is to create more wealth or to take your business to the next level, you have to become a bigger person and work on yourself.
Yeah.
So really, we're going to help people get to the next level.
Okay. What are some of the practical steps that people should actually be taking in order to succeed?
Well, the first thing is, I always say you got to participate in your own financial destiny. So the first thing is to show up and set some goals that you want to achieve. And then go find a mentor from somebody who's already done it, because most people want to just figure it out themselves. There's people who already done it, so there's no need recreating the wheel. So some of the practical things that they get at the event is they learn about how to invest in real estate, how to invest in the financial markets, how to build a business, really from people who have done it, build up to $1 million businesses. And so it's really, they'll get everything, more or less, from what they need to do, from where they are to where they need to get to.
Yeah. Take us through your journey, because people love to hear stories of people that have managed to overcome some obstacles that were perhaps in your way.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from a small country called the Gambia, and not a lot of people know the Gambia, but it's one of the smallest countries in Africa, the smallest country in the world, actually, and poor by many means. But, I grew up from there and had humble beginnings and just decided that, I'm not going to be a victim of my circumstances, but I wanted to become an example. And so at a very young age, my parents found a way of getting me to the UK to go get my education. And yeah, I just decided now to step into personal development, have big goals. And yeah, a couple of years later, I was able to achieve some of that and build some successful businesses. And now deciding to share back, to share what I've learned and help people, as I said earlier on, to close the gap from where they are, where they want to be. And I think if I can do it, anybody can do it.
What motivated you? I mean, what kept you going?
Well, I grew up in a community where, poverty was very big. And I realized that, Africa has some of the most natural resources of the world. We're a very rich continent, but us living in there, we don't see it. We believe everything is outside in Europe. And so what motivated me was just looking around and seeing everybody just not having a job, not passionate about what they're doing. I said, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to become an example, not a warning. And the best way to change is, you can't change people, but you can change yourself. And if I become an example, I can show that it's possible. And I think that's what drove me and what motivated me.
That lovely news that you gave to us this morning. Pa Joof, he's one of the speakers of the Dynamic Wealth Conference. Unlike other large-scale conferences which are organized by international owners, featuring experts from overseas, the Dynamic Wealth Conference